Well, this story will piss off some people who were left of Pol Pot, Lenin, and Stalin. Remember the Jacob Blake thing in Kenosha, and can't talk about the other incident that happened there because Mama Susan won't really care for that narrative because reasons, of course. So, remember Jacob Blake? I remember that. It's when he was technically, for the most part, he had some children in his vehicle, and someone called the cops on him. I think it was the mother or something like that. And basically, the cops come, hey, stop, don't go into your car. And then he fought with the cops, okay? Fighting with the cops on the ground, punching and kicking, scratching and screaming, whatever. He gets up. They're yelling at him, don't go to your car, don't go to your car, don't go to your car. He walks over to his car, opens the door, and he gets blasted 7 times, and he's paralyzed, and he's still alive, and he gets a nice, cool payout of a couple $1 million for being an absolute scumbag. But again, one of the videos I recently did a day, or I think yesterday or the day before, is if you're getting arrested, you're getting arrested. There is no, I'm going to get arrested, or I'm not going to get arrested, I'm going to run away from the cops, and that's just that, and they'll never find me. They're going to find you. They're going to call for backup. You're going to get caught. You're going to get arrested eventually. Like I said, you can beat the rap, but you'll not beat the ride. You're going. You may not like it. You're going to go. Now, I've never been arrested. I've been pulled over plenty of times. But I know for a fact that I'm not getting away. I have to take the loss there. I got to take the ticket, and I can move on. Now, of course, Kenosha burned essentially to the ground, most of it. And as I stated before, there was an incident there. I can't talk about it because Mama Susan doesn't care for that sort of thing. So, Kenosha officer involved in the Jacob Blake shooting cleared of wrongdoing by independent review. Given the facts, the only lawful and appropriate decision was made. All right. Both Derek Chauvin trial ongoing and new development situations surrounding Devontae Wright. And the spotlight of new details in officers' last year's shooting of Jacob Blake have been announced. No charges were filed against Officer Rustin Chesky. In fact, as of today, he's cleared to return to work. As of March 31st, he returned to work. And I stated some people are going to be okay with the outcome of this, but there's going to be some people that aren't. Kenosha may, in fact, have some issues tonight because of this. This is outlined by the Chief Daniel Misguinness. This is Kenosha police use of force incident on August 23rd was investigated by the outside agency, has been reviewed by an independent expert as well as Kenosha County District Attorney. Officer Chesky was not charged with any wrongdoing. He acted within the law and consistent with training. This incident was also reviewed internally. Officer Chesky was found to have been acting within the policy and will not be subjected to discipline. Now, if you watched this incident on, I think, either body cam, I don't know if they had body cams. I don't think they did. But you saw him fighting. Jacob Blake was fighting with the officers, fighting with 2 officers. And he gets up and goes to his car, and they're telling him, don't go to your car, don't go to your car, freeze, stop, blah, blah, blah. And he didn't. They don't know what it, again, he resisted arrest. And again, I say this before, that's not a death sentence. However, if you're going into your car, you're fighting with the police, what do you think they're going to do? Let me ask you this. What would you do in this situation? I personally know what I would do, and I probably would have done exactly what these cops did. But again, that's a Monday morning quarterback sort of, viewpoint. But the fact remains is that don't fight with cops and you're not going to get shot or die or become paralyzed. The Jacob Blake situation last year caught in a wave of public backlash comparable to the George Floyd fallout. Despite the widespread reports claiming Blake was unarmed, he had a knife on him. And the August 2020 altercation between Blake and police ended with Blake being shot in the back 7 times and was left paralyzed. OAN's Jack Posobiec pointed out his early scoop on the story, tweeting Kenosha officers back on duty. And police were there in the first place because Kenosha authorities were responding to a 911 call placed by Blake's ex-girlfriend. He came to her house in violation of a restraining order Video showed that Blake wrestled with 2 officers. The shooting happened after he walked away from the officers and opened up the driver's side door of the vehicle. And that's exactly what happened. And again, this goes back to, if you're getting arrested, take the L. You're just not going to get away. Even if you don't want to, even if the cops are in the wrong, you're gonna get arrested. It doesn't matter. You can't talk your way out of it. Best thing you can do, and even lawyers will agree to this as well, if you're getting arrested, shut the hell up. Say, I have a right to remain silent. I want a lawyer. That's it. Stop talking. Take the L. Get arrested. Go to jail. Fight it out in court. Because you can't fight it out there on the street, because the police are just going to arrest you. And if you fight back, they're going to beat your ass or shoot you or tase you and make things worse. Now, instead of your initial charge, you have a charge of resisting arrest. Don't do it. Unless you want to become, 1, dead, or 2, paralyzed. Or 3, having your face caved in by a couple boots and batons. That's not good for any stretch of the imagination. And even going further than that, if you do that, especially if you're an African American, your city's going to get burned the fuck down because of reasons. Because you fought back the cops, and the cops are trained to beat your ass down if you resist. That's just the way it works. You may not agree with it. I may not agree with it. But if you're getting arrested, and I can't stress it's enough, just get arrested, because you're not going to win. They're going to bring in more cops, and they're going to bring in more batons, more tasings. You just don't need that. Just stop. You're going to get arrested. You're going to get arrested. That's it. So we'll see if Kenosha burns down tonight, but I kind of suggest and think that it just may, because of what's going on in Minnesota in Brooklyn Center. It's not going to end well for Kenosha again, because they want blood, and whether that blood comes from a person or the looting of a Dollar Tree, that's just the way things go now in this modern day potatoes America.